There was once a young boy named Alex who lived in a small town where nothing exciting ever seemed to happen. At 12 years old, he felt like he was drowning in a sea of boredom and frustration. Every morning, he'd wake up late, rush through breakfast, and arrive at school with his homework half finished. His backpack was a disaster zone of crumpled papers and forgotten assignments. His teachers would shake their heads, saying he had so much potential if only he could apply himself. But Alex didn't know how. His mind felt like a wild horse that refused to be tamed, jumping from video games to YouTube videos to daydreams about being a famous soccer player, never staying still long enough to actually accomplish anything. One Saturday, while avoiding his homework by wandering through town, Alex stumbled upon an old bookstore he'd never noticed before. The owner, a kind elderly woman named Mrs. Chen, was arranging books with such careful attention that Alex found himself mesmerized. She moved slowly, deliberately, as if each book was precious. When she noticed him watching, she smiled and asked, "Do you know the secret to doing anything well?" Alex shook his head. Mrs. Chen picked up a single book and said, "Focus on one thing at a time, as if it's the only thing in the world that matters. Most people fail not because they can't do things, but because they try to do everything at once." Something about her words stuck with Alex, like gum on his shoe. That night, instead of opening his laptop and diving into the usual chaos of tabs and distractions, he tried something different. He took out just his math homework, nothing else, and put his phone in another room. For the first 5 minutes, his brain screamed at him to check messages, to look something up, to do anything else. But he pushed through. After 20 minutes of pure focus, something magical happened. He actually understood the problems. For the first time in months, homework didn't feel like torture. It felt like solving puzzles. When he finished, instead of feeling drained, he felt energized, powerful even. The next morning, Alex woke up 10 minutes earlier than usual and did something he'd never done before. He made his bed properly, with hospital corners like his grandmother had once shown him. It took 3 minutes. Then he organized his backpack, which took 5 more. These tiny acts felt insignificant, but they created a strange ripple effect through his day. In class, when his teacher assigned a reading, Alex didn't immediately space out thinking about lunch. He read one paragraph at a time, actually absorbing the words. During soccer practice, instead of chatting with friends while the coach explained drills, he listened completely, and his performance improved so noticeably that the coach pulled him aside to ask what had changed. Over the following weeks, Alex discovered something that none of his teachers had ever explained. His mind was like a flashlight. When he scattered its beam everywhere, it barely lit anything. But when he focused that same beam on one spot, it became powerful enough to illuminate even the darkest corners. He started applying this to everything. When he played video games, he played for a set 30 minutes with complete presence, then stopped rather than mindlessly grinding for hours. When he practiced guitar, which he'd abandoned months ago after getting frustrated, he focused on mastering just one chord progression each day instead of trying to play entire songs. Within a month, he could play 3 full songs. His grades climbed from C's and D's to A's and B's, not because he suddenly became smarter, but because he learned to aim his intelligence instead of spraying it everywhere. The transformation didn't go unnoticed. His parents, who had been nagging him constantly about responsibility, suddenly had nothing to nag about. His teachers stopped saying "if only" and started saying "excellent work." His soccer coach moved him up to the starting lineup. But the most important change was internal. Alex no longer felt like that wild, untamed horse. He felt like a rider who had learned to guide the horse wherever he wanted to go. The anxiety that used to buzz in his chest like angry bees had quieted. He slept better. He smiled more. Life felt less like chaos and more like an adventure he was actually capable of navigating. On his 13th birthday, Alex returned to Mrs. Chen's bookstore with his report card. Straight A's for the first time in his life. She looked at it, then looked at him, and her eyes crinkled with knowing satisfaction. "You learned the secret," she said simply. Alex nodded. "I learned that my mind is my most powerful tool, but only if I control where it points." Mrs. Chen handed him a wrapped gift, a small journal with a single sentence embossed on the cover. "Focus is freedom." Inside, she had written, "Most people spend their whole lives as slaves to distraction. You learned at 12 what many never learn at all. Your focused mind will take you anywhere you dare to dream." Years later, when Alex had grown into a successful young man who had earned a scholarship to his dream university, he would tell people that his life changed, not because of some dramatic event, but because of a simple truth learned in a dusty bookstore, that the human mind, when focused like sunlight through a magnifying glass, becomes powerful enough to set the world on fire. He kept that journal with him always, a reminder that greatness doesn't come from being the smartest or the most talented, but from being the most focused. And whenever he met young people who seemed scattered and lost, like he once was, he would share Mrs. Chen's wisdom, hoping to light the same spark that had transformed his life. Because he knew that inside every distracted, struggling person was a focused, powerful mind just waiting to be discovered.